Okay, so let's get this squid. A lot of people will use a fillet knife, but I prefer a cleaver. And we'll get a little plate to put them on. The wings are an edible part of the squid, and you simply remove them. And drop them on a plate for later. Fairly easily detached. And then at the top, make an incision here. The next part is apparently fairly easy too, but I've only done this once before. We'll take the tentacles. These are edible as well. We'll get to them later. I think what I'm going to do is cut the squid from its tube. We've taken the head, the mantle, and the eyeballs, and inside there is the beak, the squid's beak, much like a parrot's beak. We'll come back to that later. It's the mouth end. And there's a gelatinous substance coming out. I'm just going to make an incision through the central part of the tube, and this is how you would cut the squid for fillets. If you wanted to do calamari rings, of course, you would pull all this stuff out first, and then take the rest of that off, and then cut it into rings. And here's the most interesting part of the squid for me is its flexible cartilage bone, or quill as it's called. You'd swear it's made of plastic. It even looks like it's been manufactured. So that part of the squid becomes garbage. I'll rinse the ink off my hands and come back to finish the preparation of the fillet. And that's, you just peel the skin off of the squid by pulling back on that, but I'll just make a small incision under the skin and then grab a piece, and we just pull the squid skin right off the top. And there we have a clean squid fillet. That can be stuffed and rolled. The squid skin, I'm sure you're interested in this, is sort of a translucent pink spotty piece, apparently. Then we'll take the skin off of the wings, and we'll barbecue the wings tonight as well. Sort of a new meaning to doing wings on the barbecue. Very simple, very pretty. And come back to deal with the rest of this. Now, they tell me that I should chop the squid just below its eyeballs. And you can see that it is just below the eyeballs. But we can give it a try since it's supposed to be there. Whoa, squirter. Yes. Oh, There we go. Lots of ink out of the eyeball. And so we'll take the ink out of the second eyeball, which is starting to leak already. I watched a video that said be careful, the eyeballs can be squirters. And this eyeball doesn't seem to have as much ink as the last eyeball. But I think that eyeball is completely drained. If you can see more ink in there, I can't. Back to the tentacles. Open up the tentacles. And squeeze out the beak. Again, sounds a little easier said than done. So I'm going to make a couple of incisions around the beak. See if I can help myself out here. There's 3 different pieces. Here's one side of the beak. Pull that off. You can see that the 3-piece beak, and then the larger top end of the beak with a nice sharp point. That is a very sharp point on the end of that. That would give you a nice little bite if the squid wick. And cut that off. Now we have the tentacles free in a star formation, and apparently you don't de-skin the tentacles, but you do want to pull off the suction cups. And from my point of view, I'm just as happy to do that with a cleaver. Do that with this one as well, making a very convenient cut right there. Another one here, another here. I can just take the tentacles off. Make a couple of convenient cuts. I'm not interested in getting every last piece of the squid. Remove the mouth bits, and then down each tentacle I think I'll just pass a knife in there, or just make another incising cut. And again, just pull the skin off. It's a little bit tougher. And little suction cups are just coming off like that. That would be lots of fun. And again, one last look at the plastic backbone. We didn't get very much ink out of the squid. It splattered nicely around the kitchen. Fillet and 2 squid wings. Now that is a real mess.